not need a man to feel complete or fulfilled? Okay, anyone can speak. Whoever feels passionate about this.
So like I was saying before, I think a lot of obviously how we're feeling and our opinions are completely shaped on our experiences. So mine, particularly because I was raised by a single mom, I think seeing the way in which she still dedicated her time to me, and she had time to do that because she was an older mom too. So I think she got to live her life to a certain point. And then she had me because I got to grow up with a woman who was able to take care of herself and allow me to experience the world as well. And she didn't have a man by her side. I actually never saw my mom date a man, like in my experience. After my dad, I think that was it for her. But because I saw that, it really always taught me that I did not need somebody else, regardless of who it is, a friend, a boyfriend, anything to make me feel fulfilled as a person. Because at the end of the day, and I hate to be so morbid, but I'm just always thinking about this, but in a positive way, we are going to go by ourselves. There's nobody else that goes with us, so you have to feel fulfilled within yourself.
Thank you.
I would agree with that, actually, as somebody who got married really young, which is why I agreed with the prompt. I don't think that we're supposed to be fulfilled by other people. I think that when we have Christ in our lives and when we know ourselves, we can be fulfilled, right? Because like you said in the beginning, our purpose is to serve God and to serve others. And so my husband adds so much to my life, and my life has become significantly better since I married him. But as a person, I am fulfilled in who I am.
I mean, if if they didn't have the signs up or anything, you could still absolutely tell who the trad wives were. Believe it or not, I kind of understand the sentiment of the first young lady who spoke. Don't agree, emphatically disagree, but I can understand why she sees that viewpoint. It was, in my opinion, it was a circumstance that she ended up dealing with. I don't think that that's ideal, right? We could see there's certain times where, single mothers can actually help to create outstanding children. Sometimes it happens, right? There's some examples of it, but it doesn't mean the exception is never the rule, right? If you go by the data, every metric we're talking about that separates you from being a degenerate to a outstanding citizen is predicated on the fact of you having both parents and stuff like that. I don't think that every one of us wants to be old and die alone. Like, she's too young to have experienced that part of it yet. She hasn't, and she's still able to garner attention. She's still able to get dates. She's still able to get many of the things that you would need at her leisure right now. But once Father Time kicks in and take away what Mother Nature gave you, then you start to feel it, right? When you're in that room and you got that silence and you got nobody there, because the children are going to grow up and go away. So at some point it's going to hit you, and it's going to hit you hard. And by the time that happens to you, it's too late. You'll be behind the eight ball already. So that's why, I'm sure Darwin would definitely agree with the sentiment of just start early as you can, right? There's always some practicality. I'm not telling you that by 21 you need to be married. We're not saying that, but you should probably be conscious and putting yourself in a position to, right? A lot of people try to prepare themselves for life, but when they don't include preparing yourself for a family, and I think that's one of the main reasons why our community sucks right now, is because we don't we don't understand family as being a duty. We don't understand it. We don't care about legacy. All we care about is ourselves, right? And when you're listening to a person like that, she's speaking of herself, and that's selfish, right? You don't care about the community. You don't care about legacy. You don't care about children. And when you decide that you really want to erase this mistake, it's too late for you, because biology done killed the opportunities. Leave it there.
Well, we see a chameleon. She's not really a trad wife speaking like that.
I think so.
I think it's just, I don't know why it's so hard for some women to say that they need their husbands. It's not that you don't you have your own purpose, because I do believe that. I do believe you do have a purpose of yourself, but you have a family purpose, a man, woman that's walking for God. But I just think all this individualism that makes it bad in marriages. All of a sudden, I don't need no man. These men walk out on these women, they will be crazy. So I don't know why it's so hard for them to say that they need their husbands. It's okay. Nobody's saying that you are you're not self-sufficient and things like that. But I don't know. I don't know. I'm hearing a lot of individualism going on nowadays in marriages, and that's bad. But at least she gave her husband some credit that he made her better. I give her that part. But that's all I hear in a lot of marriages. It's all this partnership, and it's I don't know.
I looked up the definition of fulfilled and complete because to me, I thought it was the same thing. Fulfilled is satisfied or happy because of one's abilities or character, and then complete is just basically like having, you're complete, you're whole. So I would look at I'm complete with my husband because of the marriage aspect, and then I'm fulfilled with my children. In that way, that's how I look at it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, happiness and everything, I could be happy without being married, but I'll be happy in other aspects that has nothing to do with a marriage. You'll be happy because I'm living, happy because, I have a good job or whatever that makes me happy. But in a marriage aspect, I'm complete. So that's how I look at the situation.
So I don't. So I was not raised by a single mother, FYI. But I was raised by a mother who taught me about fulfillment, and that you are whole without a partner. So I agree with that part, and I don't think that it is. I don't agree that you could tell if it's like a trad wife or boss babe, just by that. And I think that it is a very good thing when someone thinks that they are whole without someone else. I don't think that it's a bad thing that you can be happy alone. I think that's necessary before you even get with anyone. Otherwise, you should probably not get with anyone. Um, but yeah, for now, that's all I have.
Yeah, so I think that it's such a stigma on making women feel like if they say they need their husband, that it's reductive to them as a woman. And to admit or stand in that is the same as saying I don't feel like a whole person. And I don't think women want to just parade themselves in a way that's reductive, especially when there's been this much of a fight to uplift themselves and to speak in the highest accord on who they are and what their presence and benefit to society is. But the truth is, anybody that's aging and decides to go through life single, something is wrong. In my personal opinion, something is wrong. If you chose to say, I don't want anybody around me, I don't want no kids, I don't want no family, that means your biology never kicked in and said, hey, we need to procreate, we need to have these kids. That means the desire for love never kicked in. Like, I don't want to have somebody be my companion. That means a lot of shit either didn't go right or went so wrong, it offended you from that thing. We're not meant to be single. We're not meant to just exist in a one bedroom by ourselves, eating oodles and noodles or whatever, having your best life, going on vacation and coming back. Like, I don't think that that's what we meant to do. Honestly, I don't. But somebody may be able to prove me wrong.
No, you're right. That is what it means to be human, is to be connected. It's to bear witness to one another. She said something to the effect of, "Oh, well, when you die by yourself." No, there are people who come to your funeral who recognize and celebrate your life and who you were. No one, it's actually a very sad, sad, sad way to go if you die and no one cares that you've died.
We're going in order. I think it's Miss.
Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry.
God damn it, Darwin.
Darwin. Darwin.
Oh shit. Damn. Where were we? What was the question?
Class
Hey,
all
yo.
over again.
Yo. Do we
First
need to
time
run
that
the
ever-
video again? God damn it, man.
No, I seen the video. I seen the video. But y'all just asking me on my overall thoughts on the videos, right?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's it.
Overall
That's
thoughts
it.
on the video. Overall thoughts on the video. I think for me specifically, I chose whatever, my purpose was gonna be. And me having a wife, helped me fulfill my purpose, because my purpose was in line with the pursuit of happiness through building a family, a nuclear family, that is, and potentially passing on generational wealth. And whatever skill, profession, work, occupation that I had to do in order to ensure that that could happen was all part of the plan, all part of the purpose. And a lot of people probably gonna hate me for this, but my wife was a critical piece of that, because without her, I wasn't able to actually carry out the task that was required for me to be able to do the things I needed to do. And I always let her know that every day. So she knows that she's a part of the whole driving factor of me reaching all of the successes and accolades that I had in mind. But these things would have never been prevalent if I hadn't already mapped out the plan and the direction and the vision. And because I'm able to do that before meeting her, I was able to communicate what that looked like. And that gave her an ease of mind to ensure her that she was making the right decision, versus me just coming to her with nothing in mind, no plan, no vision at all. So I think that was my leverage to compel her to want to get down with the program and see where she can add to the program to make the journey there less difficult and more efficient and sufficient. So I would say adding her on the route to the goals minimize any degree of difficulty. Well, it lessened the degree of difficulty. It was still hard work. We still working. Don't get it twisted. But yeah. So that's my opinion on the whole purpose thing. But I'm gonna land right there and then let y'all speak before I give any more out. Appreciate y'all time.